Stepping on a Lego isn't just an annoying domestic accident. It is a high-velocity biomechanical collision that forces your body into an immediate physiological state of emergency. Within milliseconds of contact, your foot undergoes extreme mechanical deformation, triggering a cascade of high-frequency neurological signals that instantly hijack your entire central nervous system. The secret to this agony begins in the material itself. A single standard Lego brick is engineered from acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, a rigid thermoplastic polymer with an astronomical compressive strength. It can withstand over 4,000 newtons of force, nearly 900 pounds, before structurally failing. Under your full body weight, the brick doesn't yield a single millimeter. When your downward heel strikes this unyielding object, your entire body mass is concentrated onto a contact patch measuring less than 1 square centimeter. By dividing your full kinetic weight over such a microscopic surface area, the localized pressure spikes instantly to several thousand pounds per square inch, far exceeding the structural tolerance of human soft tissue. Beneath the skin, your plantar fat pad acts as a natural shock absorber composed of tiny, fluid-filled chambered cells. But under the sharp corners of an ABS brick, these cellular chambers are crushed flat against your heel bone. The trapped tissue fluid has nowhere to escape, causing a sudden spike in internal hydrostatic pressure. This localized pressure wave radiates rapidly through every surrounding dermal layer. As the structural limits of your skin cells are stretched to their breaking point, thousands of microscopic tissue ruptures occur instantaneously, setting off the body's most violent neurological warning system, the immediate activation of high-threshold nociceptors. The sole of the human foot is one of the most densely innervated surfaces on the human body, packed with up to 200 pain receptors per square centimeter. By dividing your full kinetic weight over such a microscopic surface area, the localized pressure spikes instantly to several thousand pounds per square inch, far exceeding the structural tolerance of human soft tissue. Beneath the skin, your plantar fat pad acts as a natural shock absorber composed of tiny, fluid-filled chambered cells. But under the sharp corners of an ABS brick, these cellular chambers are crushed flat against your heel bone. The trapped tissue fluid has nowhere to escape, causing a sudden spike in internal hydrostatic pressure. This localized pressure wave radiates rapidly through every surrounding dermal layer. As the structural limits of your skin cells are stretched to their breaking point, thousands of microscopic tissue ruptures occur instantaneously, setting off the body's most violent neurological warning system, the immediate activation of high-threshold nociceptors. The sole of the human foot is one of the most densely innervated surfaces on the human body, packed with up to 200 pain receptors per square centimeter. Known as bare nerve endings, these sensory sentinels exist for one primary purpose: to detect impending tissue destruction and signal immediate biological danger. Under normal conditions, these nerve endings remain silent, but the astronomical mechanical pressure of the brick mechanically deforms the neuronal cell membrane, forcing specialized tension-sensitive ion channels, known as piezo-2 receptors, to violently pop open. This mechanical breach immediately destabilizes the cell's internal electrical balance. The instant these channels open, an overwhelming surge of positively charged sodium and calcium ions rushes into the nerve cell. This dramatic influx triggers a rapid electrical shift called depolarization. The internal voltage spikes past its critical firing threshold, generating a high-velocity action potential, a biological spark of pure electricity. This initial, blinding flash of pain travels along thick, insulated nerve highways called A-delta fibers. Protected by a dense myelin sheath, these high-speed biological cables conduct electrical signals at velocities exceeding 100 miles per hour, ensuring the warning message reaches your central nervous system before you even consciously register what happened. As the impulse surges up the sciatic nerve, it carries raw, unedited data regarding the location and severity of the impact. The signal bypasses surrounding muscular control systems entirely, targeting a critical processing hub located inside the lower lumbar spine, where an automated emergency protocol is waiting to execute. At the dorsal horn of the spinal cord, the pain signal arrives at a neurological junction box. Waiting for the brain to process this information and decide on a reaction would take over 200 milliseconds, far too slow to prevent severe tissue injury. Instead, the spinal cord takes complete control through a local reflex arc. In a fraction of a millisecond, the interneuron redirects the high-voltage electrical command directly into alpha motor neurons, bypassing your conscious mind entirely. This command instructs the flexor muscles of the injured leg to contract instantly, initiating the nociceptive withdrawal reflex, an involuntary emergency escape maneuver. The hamstrings and hip flexors shorten violently, ripping your heel off the rigid Lego brick in under 80 milliseconds. But rapidly retracting a foot that is currently supporting your entire body weight creates an immediate physical dilemma. Without instant compensation, your entire body will collapse to the floor. To prevent a catastrophic fall, the spinal cord simultaneously triggers the crossed extensor reflex. As the injured leg violently retracts, the opposite leg's quadriceps and extensor muscles lock in place, driving your other foot hard into the ground to absorb your full body mass and stabilize your throb that continues long after your foot has left the brick. Once these pain signals finally reach the cerebral cortex, your brain maps the location using the primary somatosensory cortex. In this internal brain map, the feet are given massive real estate compared to the rest of the body, packed with an extraordinary concentration of sensory neurons designed to carefully analyze ground surface conditions. In nature, stepping on a sharp object like a stone or stick usually results in some compliance. The object shifts, rolls, or sinks into soft soil. But on a rigid hardwood floor, an ABS Lego brick has nowhere to go. Your foot absorbs 100% of the mechanical energy. This creates a unique biological nightmare. A collision where the artificial object is vastly superior in structural rigidity to the human soft tissue stepping on it. Your skin, fat pad, and plantar fascia deform to their absolute mechanical limits, while the Lego brick retains its perfect shape without structural failure. What feels like a simple moment of bad luck is actually a brutal systemic event. Extreme pressure concentration, instant ion channel depolarization, involuntary spinal reflex execution, and an escalating inflammatory chemical flood, all triggered in under 1/10 of a second by a tiny block of precision-engineered plastic. So the next time your foot detonates late at night, remember, it isn't just pain. It is your body's survival mechanics operating at peak physiological capacity against an unyielding piece of modern engineering. Subscribe to Biomechanics Studio for surgical-grade biomechanical breakdowns.